did not sign with Jay Stout.
That's what happens when you let your enemy fix your fate.
Let me finish. Tri-County Association President made a rule in 9/10/13. All the Dale County coaches of the Pee Wee team suspended for 1 year.
What?
If they do not comply, the Pee Wee team is banned, and the whole program is on a suspension for, under probation. That did not
Where did they get the rule from? That's what we want to know.
The board has no authority.
There is no rule, so they broke no rule.
On paper, they're
Let
not.
me finish. And you have it. At this time. That is the ruling from them. And when I say them, I mean the president. I fought last night till 11:45 to keep the other team and the cheerleaders in this organization, so that every president around
So you
the
divided us.
table, that every president around the table said throw the entire organization.
Well, then you
out.
keep us together, Chris.
No, sir, I'm not willing to sacrifice.
That's right. You divided.
Children. Now, my question is, are the coaches going to comply
No.
with this?
No.
Hey, Chris, let me go ahead and tell you, I got a player on my team. That's putting my son at risk. He's not going to play.
No.
The whole thing.
Most of the kids are not going to play with someone else that they don't know.
Let me finish this. The simple thing, I begged and pleaded 2 weeks. I understand, but the bottom line, the other coaches, the people, the other presidents said,
Chris, if Johnny Manziel created, if he did what he did, and they asked the 10 coaches from the SEC, he'd never play.
I said that you show me the written rule. Show me the written rule that I broke, and I will comply with it.
It happened 4 days ago.
I want you to step down, Chris. You need to step down. Step down as president, right now. Step down.
all right, meeting is adjourned at this time.
Ricky Stokes, if you would stick around, my parents have something to say.
Please, wait a minute. I want to know who's going to coach them then.
We just want to
So the kids that don't want to, the kids that are not going to play can get their money back, right?
Who said anything about them not playing? They are playing, aren't they? Okay, our coach is on fire. So who's
No, you know why we're not going to take money?
Nobody's coaching.
That works. You keep your money, Chris, because it's still y'all and Tri-County. Grow a pair, Chris. Grow a pair.
If I got to, I would.
Hey, parents, if y'all can come in, the board meeting is not over. Do you mind speaking to Matt? Okay, all right. First of all, let me tell y'all some things that have went down since last time that Chris is not explaining to y'all. So, Monday,
Trishka, are you sure you want to be here and hear this?
I got to,
From what I've seen, you're kind of on the other side.
well, let her hear it. She needs to hear it.
I can hear this.
You need to hear everything, I agree. I got to feeling upset about the situation, so I drove to Geneva. Didn't have a meeting with the mayor. I done told a lot of y'all this, but some of y'all hadn't heard it. I met with the mayor of Geneva. He come in about 45 minutes after I got there. I waited for him. We went into a private office and talked to Jay. He called Jay. It took him about 10 to 15 minutes to get there. And the mayor of Geneva looked at him and said, Jay, you cannot make rules up as you go along. If your government is the high school rules, then that's what you've got to go by. If you deviate from those rules, you have got to make that rule and enforce it in the future. Jay's words were, we have a gentleman's agreement. You can't have a gentleman's agreement with 8 people that are all competitors against each other. If there's blood in the water on one of those competitors, the other 7 sharks will attack. It's like my analogy with Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel did what he did, and they allowed Nick Saban and Mark Riggs and Les Miles to decide his fate. Johnny Manziel would never play college football again. Now, I specifically asked, I said, Jay, you would not have known about that if Chris did not tell you. He said, you're right, I wouldn't have checked on it. And he brought up the fact that we had a divided board. The only way he found out about that is because Chris told him that. He took all our power away from this association by letting the enemy know that we weren't as one on this issue. Now, if y'all choose for us to step down,
Exactly.
there ain't nothing I can do.
Well, here's the problem. Here's the problem. Supposedly, this infraction that we had against us for swapping players' jerseys in college play is a 15-yard penalty. During the game, if you swap, it's a 15-yard penalty. In high school rules or no rules from Tri-County or this organization, is it a penalty to do what we did? I heard today that there was a rumor that it involved weights. We did it because of the weight of the kids. We didn't do that. All of our kids made weight. The only one that didn't had a stripe on his helmet.
And his jersey
And
was
you
not
can pull
changed.
games.
They were filming illegally, which they've been told not to film anybody's game but their own. We just wanted to hide. Look here, football is a game of deception. Why do we fake fun?
We want charges brought up against them, against Tri-County. We want that. We want
Tri-County does not exist on paper as any entity in the state.
And that's where he's been. Last night there was a president's meeting. Did any of y'all get word?
Nope.
No, because it's a closed meeting, which is against the state statute. Go to your open doors meeting rule. Go to your Attorney General's website, and it's in plain English. If it is not a government body, you are not allowed to have private meetings. You have to let the public come in. You do not have to give them the right to speak, but you do have to give them the right to hear what you're putting out. Now, if we don't stand against, this is the analogy, the best analogy I know. Our program right now is like a wife that's been beaten by her husband. And she's staying with her husband for the sake of the children. And that's what Jay is doing to us. He keeps kicking our butt, and we keep staying with him because the sake of the children. Eventually, we got to stand up and say, this is for the sake of the children that we're standing up. We need help. Yes, sir. Come on.
I'm not meaning to interrupt, but the fire department has requested so
Yes,
they
sir.
can do official business. Y'all can come over to the
Hey.
I apologize for interrupting.
You're fine.
It's just they've requested.
The fire department.
We stayed in here 2 hours the other night.
Well, that's okay.
Sunday night and Monday night.
Let's step next door and continue our meeting. Smile for
But
Karen.
if you want, I can even move the patrol cars and y'all can be underneath the awning here.
We'll just step to the
Okay,
side.
'cause I don't mind helping
You're
out.
fine.
You know what I mean? Okay.
We like this building.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you.
I was just
Thank you.
requesting.
Thank you for being courteous.
He's just a messenger.
And I didn't mean to interrupt, okay? How you doing, sir?
Fine, how are you?
Good. Long time no see.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Y'all, we just had a sentencing hearing without a guilty verdict. That's what just happened.
This is
What
what
did
this.
the rest of our board think?
That's
That's what I want to know. We've heard what our president had to say, but what does the rest of the board say?
Hey guys,
What did the rest of the
this
board
is
have
what
to say?
I suggest right now. Right now, Jay is acting, in my opinion, in a. He's the only president of these organizations that is a paid rec director, and that is a conflict of interest for him to be the Tri-County self-acclaimed president. That has not been voted on since he took over. He told me and the mayor that nobody will take it, Mayor. That's the only reason I'm in. I said I'll take it, but of course he didn't relinquish it, did he? Because he just gave us the death penalty. He has bullied us for too long. Now, since that's a conflict of interest and he's doing a lot of the Tri-County business on the clock, on the taxpayers' clock in Geneva, I say that we force that mayor to decide whether he wants to keep his tri-state president job or he wants to stay the rec director for Geneva. Now, we can band up and go down there. I've invited Ricky to come down to Geneva with us. And let me tell you where, now that the town is involved and I met with the mayor in Geneva, I was on their agenda to speak at their council Monday night. He put me on, Lisa down there put me on the agenda. Well, I was informed today that they took me off of their agenda. So I tried to find out if there's a law against that. And as up, from what I can tell, they don't have to give me the right to do that. They don't have to give me a right to give me a platform. So what I say let's do, let's band together and get enough public support for that everybody realizes that they are keeping kids from playing football, girls from cheerleading, all over one small infraction. He has blown this way out of proportion. You cannot have that group running like that. And I've got a list of names for you too, Ricky, while we're here, so you got all the presidents of all the towns. The president of Geneva is Jay Style. president of Sampson is Larry Mock. The president of Wicksburg is Dale Pitts. The president of Slocum is Tracy Reeder. The president of Gracefield is Willie Oles. The president of Hartford is Kerry Sullivan. The president of Chipley is Chad Bracken. And I suggest we get those names out there because they're the ones. And our president is Chris Hartzog, and they all voted against this organization playing football. But Jay did not put his name on that paper.
We will be having practice tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, and we will show up in Graceville Saturday to play ball.
That's what we'll do. We'll show up. If they do not play us, then we got an issue, okay? So that's how we're going to handle it. We're going to show up in Graceville. Ricky, if you would, spread the media, spread the message. Thank you.